Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Anglegeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much. This is the monthly forecast for the month of October. And it just dawned on me, I think I sent out all of the other signs under the month of September. I'm an idiot. I might have to go and change all the titles on all of those videos across the business page and everywhere else. So it just dawned on me as I was doing this last group. So guys, if you're paying attention to my YouTube channel, on the YouTube channel, the last set of signs for air, water, and fire they may say September, but it's actually forecast for October, because September I kind of failed. I don't know what I did. Anyways, I'm like sort of out of it. All right, it's early. Let's get started. These are going to be quick and dirty because I need to get these finished. So that's weird. Why is the little window not changing? I don't know. I hope you guys can see this. If somebody could throw up in the chat that they can. I don't even think they're going to be on right now, but hopefully this is going live to where it's supposed to. Let me just say hello in the chat and see. Hello. And is it going out correctly? It looks like it's going to Twitch and YouTube, but not Facebook. Oh, there it goes, Facebook. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get into this. We're going to start with Capricorn and see what's going on for October for Capricorn, because they're our last Earth sign as we work our way through the zodiac. This is for anybody with strong Capricornian influences. If you have a sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Capricorn, you would want to watch this. Or if you have heavily placed planets in the sign of Capricorn, which I would say 3 or more would be considered heavily placed. Okay, so if you have 3 planets that are in Capricorn, you may want to watch this, because this could have an influence on you. I do speak in broad terms, so you have to figure out where it fits. It's not a quite super specific reading, but you can always book a private reading for a more specific monthly reading if you want to see what's going to happen to your Capricornian ass in the month of October, okay? Let's see what's going on for Capricorn. Sun, moon, and rising. What do we need to know? Okay, Capricorn, let's just do this quick and dirty style. Good morning, Christina and Kelly Van Langen. So we have the 7 of Wands. Ooh, defending your spot, Capricorn. Fighting for what you know to be right. That's when you love that shit, Capricorn. Excuse my language. We've got the King of Pentacles in your foundation. Lovely. Right in line with where you're at and who you are, Capricorn. So I'm okay with that. I hate when this friggin' camera goes wonky. All right, so King of Pentacles is earth energy, is your foundation. You are the master provider. You know that. You know how to work hard. You know how to get things done. You know how to do the nose to the grindstone, all of that. Right now, there might be a little bit of conflict or feeling like we're on the offensive, trying to keep people at bay, opinions, ideas of others throughout the month of October, defending why we do what we do. But why we do what we do is for the right reasons, you know, usually generally for others as a provider, but we are the master manifester, and the King of Pentacles would reflect that. Up here, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So something is new about to kick off. I kind of get a feeling that you might be a little bit sick of what's going on in your life, Capricorn. Just as I'm seeing this Ace of Pentacles, there might be a need for something new. I mean, this is our spirit or higher self, and Ace of Pentacles also being earth energy is very congruent, or, you know, in sync with my Capricorns. So this would be a new beginning. That would be something that you would enjoy, maybe monetarily, work-wise, could be creature comforts, but adding this in, you need it at the spirit level. You're a little bit beleaguered and tired of dealing with others' bullshit, quite frankly. And so to me, it feels like, you know, we may spend October fighting off or staving off, you know, the opinions of others, but it's in an effort to hopefully do right by ourselves, right? Ideally, what we're fighting for has some semblance of giving to ourselves rather than to others. The earth signs can tend to be great providers in general. And I would say that they tend to sort of give in their way, in their earthy way, to others more so than themselves, especially kind of Capricorn is my feeling. But might be about doing for you and renewing yourself, setting yourself back up to be in a position of power again, a place where you want to be. And you might have to fight your way just to get there a little bit, but that's okay. It's nothing that you can't handle, is my feeling. This speaks to this idea that maybe stuff has gotten a little dull for you. Maybe things have not been feeling very inspired for you. There's something that you want or desire that is just starting to show itself. Maybe the inkling or the feeling in your gut or in the back of your mind is starting to like go, maybe I need that. And this is what I mean by broad spectrum reading. That is going to be different for each one of you. One of you this could be a new relationship. The other one, this could be a new job. Each Capricorn is going to have a different that. But whatever it is, it's like we're inspired to go about maybe creating it at the spirit level and then start to like sort of do the sort of step-by-step work that Capricorn's famous for doing to make it happen, right? This is your past, this King of Pentacles. To me, this is very much also Capricornian energy. So it's nice that it's sort of what everything is based upon. It's based upon this, to me, in this reading in particular, it's based upon belief in oneself, an awareness that you can take care of the business that needs to get taken care of to make the things happen that you want to have happen, even if you have to deal with the day-to-day drivel of others. So don't worry, it's not a bad month for you guys. It's just sort of a month of maybe a little bit of fighting and transition, choosing yourself over others possibly, and then getting about creating that maybe in the month of November. Let's look at the outside influences. Seven of Swords, interesting. This is the card for tomorrow morning's forecast. So maybe I'm speaking to the Capricorns in tomorrow morning's daily forecast. You may want to watch it because there was an interesting warning in tomorrow morning's forecast, but we're not quite in October yet. Seven of Swords can indicate thievery, betrayal, lies being told. So be on the lookout. But we already see a little bit of that in this Seven of Wands, right? Which is that sort of defending one's stance. My Capricorns, y'all know what you know, and like you ground in it. You're strong individuals. You're opinionated, yeah, and you can be a bit stubborn, but your knowledge base or what you work with and where you work from is usually grounded in a really solid place. So I feel like these two, although in conflict, I don't think you're going to have a hard time with this energy. I just think it's something you need to be aware of, right? It's somebody around you or some situation around you that's not portraying itself as it actually is. So be careful. This is the air side. This is the element of air, and it's usually thoughts and communications. So I would be careful about how we're communicating with others or how others are communicating with us. If we find ourselves wanting to get in the fray with them and fight them off or, defend our position or our stance, honestly, we don't need to, Capricorn. With this King of Pentacles down in the bottom and the Ace of Pentacles, you know your stuff. You know how to get about getting what you need to take care of for yourself. Don't worry about the opinions or thoughts of others. To be honest, they may think they're speaking their truth, but they're not. They're speaking their truth, but their truth may not apply to you, if that makes sense. So keep that in mind in the month of October. And then the other card, oh, geez, Capricorn, you've got it on both ends. All right, Five of Swords, arguments. We've got betrayals and thievery, lies on one side, and we've got arguments, and then we've got you fighting in the middle. But what I'm going to say about this, Capricorn, is I don't feel like you're in a bad place. I feel like October is going to be a pain in the ass. Do we have to roll our eyes? Yeah, we're going to roll our eyes at the antics of others and their struggles, their needs, whatever. And that's not like a natural place where you want to be, but I feel like it's going to be a place where you have to be. And this is sort of staving off or fending off the dramas of others that are going on around us. The way that they communicate with us, the way that they bother us, the way that they fight with us, is going to probably work us a little bit. I have a phrase I always say, you're working my puss. And so I learned that from friends of mine. It became a common phrase that we would say to one another. And so that's what this feels like to me, is having your puss worked, in the sense that, they're annoying. You don't want to deal with this. Like, just get off my back, leave me alone. Let me get about creating the things that I want. And that might be the very thing that you need to do, is stop being that bridge for others, or stop taking care of others that aren't necessarily giving you back the care that you've given to them in the past. Sometimes that's hard to walk away from. Sometimes that's a dose of some strong medicine, right? In the sense that I'm seeing, like, you know, the picture in my mind's eye of being served a medicine that's like, you know, the reaction is sort of that puckered mouth and that disgust. Like, if we have to look at it, maybe we were wrong. And Capricorn doesn't like being wrong. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that from an egoic standpoint. It's just like, I think that you guys have this, I think the earth signs in general, there's like all of the signs have a sense of purity to them, but the earth signs in general, you guys really do try and trust. And you try and believe in people. And the things that are going on around you right now are showing you that your trust was misplaced in situations or in people that haven't been honest with you. And that might be hard for you to look at. That might be hard for you to deal with, because ultimately you take on that responsibility for having made that decision, which is something that you guys are known for, is taking on responsibility, and you never shy away from responsibility in that way. And so you may have to really look at some stuff so that you can move on, so that you can be done with the drama or the bullshit of other people and what their needs may be. I know your natural inclination is to maybe want to take care of others or provide for them, but ultimately I really see you, this is you defending yourself and providing for yourself, making your way in your own right, in your own way, and starting those new beginnings for yourself, realizing that what's going on around you in the month of October is really not worth your attention. It's not. And so let's go to the outcome and see what the outcome is. We have the Six of Pentacles. Oh, Capricorn. So you're going to still continue to give to them. But I like that the Pentacles is your earth sign. We have lots of Pentacles energy in here. So to me, it feels like Capricorn is very much in their home vibe in a way. But like, what I want to say is, it feels like you guys are the focus. It's like you're trying to, all right. The Six of Pentacles says that you're trying to balance the focus of taking care of yourself, but also dealing with others and their stuff, right? And their stuff may not be all of that, either upfront, honest. It's going to be like a rock with conflict, and it's going to require you to put in a little bit more energy or effort to kind of defend yourself or hold your space, right? In the end, the Six of Pentacles is very much a card of charity or being kind, even when it's not necessarily needed, just to maintain balance. And I feel like that is sort of like what Capricorn likes to do, even if we get slapped in the face from time to time. And these cards feel like they could be, you know, slaps. And these may be slaps that have been ongoing, right? Like, we're aware of who these people are or what they do in our lives and how it negatively affects us. And so we're kind of backing them off in October, right? Getting them to a place where we can do what we want and we can create what we need, and new avenues can come to us or through us, through our higher self, so that we can begin to create that. Now, the Six of Pentacles not only speaks to giving to others, but this could also be about bringing in our life into balance so that we can give to ourselves too. And so I like that, because it's not only are we taking care of ourselves, because I feel that through here, this is about defending oneself and making way in new ways for, you know, future successes, bringing ourselves back to where we once were in our life, when we felt successful, accomplished, when we had achieved what we needed, that sort of a thing, right? This King of Pentacles is driving you, and I love that it's what's the driving force for you. It's a very strong card. And so we're not going to necessarily reach this King of Pentacles in the month of October, because we have new beginnings showing up within us, deep within us, right? That start to bubble to the surface. That could be the very thing that we're finding ourselves having to defend and stave off the yahoos in our life that aren't necessarily treating us correctly, speaking us to us correctly. In the end, we won't completely cut them out, but we're going to probably, this also being an earth sign card, we're probably going to put our needs first, and that might be uncomfortable or a little bit different than how you have done in the past, and people may not like that. they might put up a little bit of argument for that. Screw them. Quite frankly, Capricorn, do for you first and then do for others secondary. And you have every right to do that, okay? I do feel like with all of this Pentacles energy, you guys are headed to a good place, a place that's more in alignment with who you are and how you feel and what you need. But it's about getting comfortable in how you go about giving that to yourself, okay? And this Six of Pentacles does feel like by month's end, we reach that level of comfortability or that level of balance where we can then sort of like settle in and give it to ourselves and then maybe share it with others, right? Because that's also, you love to be a provider. You love to show off in that way. And I don't mean show off like from an egoic standpoint. It's like, I really do think that like, I get this more from Capricorn and Taurus, but you guys really do feel like you're serving a purpose when you're providing for others. And there's a pride that you guys, have in that action, right? And so I feel like Virgo does that, but they do it in a more mental way to me, in my personal opinion, when I feel like the energies of the signs. So that is your forecast for the month of October. Sorry, it's quick and dirty, but hey, you're a Capricorn. You like it a little quick and dirty. You're an earth sign. And I'm going to take up these cards now and get into Taurus. So thank you so much for tuning in, Capricorns. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button. If you want a private reading, you can check out my daily forecast. Oh, also a reminder, check out the daily forecast for tomorrow when it goes up tomorrow in the morning, because that Seven of Swords did show up. Also, we had the Five of Swords in the weekly this week. So whatever you could be facing in October, Capricorn, it looks like it might be starting a little bit early, because I did see both of those cards in not only yesterday's reading, which is up this morning, but tomorrow's reading, which will be up tomorrow. So there's something going on, and I think the Capricorns might be attached to it. All right, so let's look. And also we have the Empress in the middle of the week of this week, which is very early. And so, yeah, check that video out if you're watching me. So there we go. Let's get into Taurus. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus. All my sexy goals. I love me a Taurus. Y'all are just the sweetest, dumbest, most dedicated, lovely people, sexy, a little bit basic, but fine that way. So let's see here. What does Taurus need to know? And again, this is for Sun, Moon, or Rising and heavily placed planets in the sign of Taurus. It's heavily placed, would be 3 or more. And then after this will be Virgo. For those of you that are other signs, those are up, but they might be mismarked for September because I think I forgot to change the title. So you'll just have to look for them on the channel. They're the most recent Tarotscopes. So what does Taurus need to know? All right, Taurus. We've got the Judgment card in our center. So a little bit of intensity this month, let's just say. A little bit of answering to ourselves rather than others, and not necessarily being able to deny it, right? Let's look at the foundation. We've got the Seven of Cups. So any sort of indecision that we've had or any sort of confusion that we've been dealing with in the past, and I get a feeling that this is more recent past than anything, that's about to come clear. And it's about to come clear in many different ways is the feeling with this Judgment card. This is not only our own internal sort of information, but this is also like signs from spirit guides. This can be signs from the environment. This is sort of like the universe kind of moving us towards what we need to go towards. I don't know why, but I get a kind of a hinky feeling from this. Like I almost feel like my Tauruses are being turned towards something that they maybe were trying to avoid or not look at. And so it's asking you to show up. It's asking you to like sort of answer the call, rise to the higher purpose, do the right thing, take the high road, whatever that might be for my Tauruses, however that manifests in your life. You guys have suffered long enough, right? In the past, in the recent past, with confusion, emotions, not being sure which choice to make or how to do it. A choice is going to get down to the wire in the month of October, and we're going to have to make it. We'll know the clear answer. The Judgment card is very much clear. And I think Judgment is also associated with the Scorpio card. I mean, the Scorpio sign of Scorpio. So It is a complementary energy, and we also have this Cups card down here, which is complementary, but they are water, which is our opposite, right? So there's going to be ways and means in which we're being stretched this month or challenged this month that will inform us, it will teach us, it will grow us in a way, certainly spiritually, but also emotionally, that we've needed to maybe explore. And I kind of get a feeling that Taurus doesn't necessarily like that, right? And so we want to be present, listen, and answer that call. So let's look at the higher self card. This is the Six of Cups. Again, all water through the center, Taurus. It's an emotional month for you guys. That's okay. The Six of Cups is about being focused on the good emotions in life, right? This is about nostalgia, friends, family, loved ones, connecting in that way, right? Or understanding that there is a right thing to do in this situation, or there is like an opportunity for us to be sort of focused on the positive things rather than focusing on the negativity or the indecision, the confusion of the past. Okay. Our spirit wants us to sort of understand what maybe like sort of where we're going or what we can create rather than where we've been and what has caused us problems. In the middle of all of this is the Judgment card. It's like a big decision needs to be made, and a big commitment in a way, let's say, or sacrifice. I don't know why, but I'm hearing the word sacrifice too. And I don't necessarily know that sacrifice is necessarily an aspect of the Judgment card, but I'm hearing either commitment or sacrifice needs to be made for the month of October. Be mindful. I think in the end, it's really the best thing for Taurus, but be mindful as you do it. Hi, honey. Hi. Be mindful as you do it. It's going to be important. Let's just say that because it's just major arcana. So it will be an important decision or position that you take, right? However you choose to dedicate yourself during the month of October. All right, let's look at the outside influences. We've got the Page of Cups. Wow, we're surrounded by cups. And then we've got the Two of Cups. Shit, Taurus. Okay. Surrounded, literally immersed in your opposite sign or opposite element. Not a bad thing, and the Page of Cups and the Two of Cups are very beneficial. These are probably, I would say, the Star is my favorite card. The Page of Cups is my second favorite. Two of Cups is very high up there as far as favorite cards of the deck. These are sweet cards, right? This is romance. This is connection to others. And it plays off of this Six of Cups, right? This higher self, which is telling us connect to people in different ways, connect to people in ways that are heartfelt, that are real, that are emotional, that makes, that key into that, right? We've been disconnected for far too long in some way. Hi, Wichita Creek, how are you? We've been disconnected far too long. And so what we want to connect to people in ways that feel real, that feel, like just, I guess real is the right word. I don't know a better way to put it. And that's what this Two of Cups indicates, right? This could indicate love. Sometimes I think that the Two of Cups is a little bit more of a romantic card even than the Lovers, right? Because it is Cups energy and the Lovers is Geminian energy, which is a little bit more thought-based. So I like that this is here. This could mean love for some of my Tauruses. This could be about stepping forward. If we were confused in the past about what to do about this person or this relationship, this might be the month where we get to decide it, right? This might be the month where we have to make that commitment or make that choice, step up and take that risk, okay? We want to do it from this place of really feeling connected to them, loving them, appreciating them, rather than doing it from a place of insecurity, fear, or worry, right? The Seven of Cups, we don't necessarily, I'll say this, the Seven of Cups I feel like is down here because we have all of this water in the month of October for Taurus. So you guys could feel like you're, barely keeping your head above water, like for lack of a better term, but it's not all bad stuff. This is a very beautiful card. These two are also very beautiful. And this is a card that asks us to rise to the challenge in a very big and profound way. This is a card that asks us to answer to our spirit or to our higher calling. That higher calling could be love. That higher calling could be to open our mind. The Page of Cups would indicate opening of the mind. This could be a younger person of the water sign variety, Pisces. I always see this as Pisces, but it's also Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. This could be the very person that we're connecting with over here for some of you. But regardless, if this is situational, this is about opening our mind to situations, changing our perspective, not being quite so stubborn, maybe being a little bit more fluid, a little bit more open to possibility. Certainly there's possibility in here with spirit. This is a very spiritual card with the Archangel Gabriel here, right? So, you know, I feel like Taurus likes to deal in tangibility and what is real, what's right in front of me, what can I produce here, what can I make happen, how do I work hard to make this happen. This is more ephemeral. This is the emotions, right? We have the feelings going on here, and the feelings might be directing us in the month of October, and that could feel scary, right? Or our feelings in the past have been scary and confusing to us. So do we trust them enough to allow them to drive us in the month of October? Well, if we answer that call, we could have a very wonderful surprise, one that brings us the sort of the connection that we've been seeking, that we've been desiring, but we may have to have an open mind about it. We may have to be teachable. We may have to be optimistic in ways that we haven't necessarily always been. If you're kind of a jaded Taurus or somebody that doesn't believe in romance or in new beginnings, this is saying that it's there for you, right? It is definitely there for you, but you have to open yourself up to it. Now, if this is not a romance thing, right, but this is giving me kind of romancy vibes, and he's also kind of a little bit playful and romantic, and this is also very sweet and endearing too. If this is not about romance for some of my Tauruses, say you're a long-term partner and you're not looking for love or any new kind of deepening of a relationship. I mean, this could be deepening of a previous relationship that you're already in, but this could also be just sort of, I mean, when we look at this from a standpoint of career, let's say, okay, this would be about feeling in sync emotionally to our career, finding love for our life, taking responsibility for that and rising to the occasion, answering that call that like either lies deep within or that, you know, within our life, within our soul, within our spirit of, okay, what is it that I need so that I can feel connected, so that I can feel that like he's the card that dwells in possibility. You know, he's the dude that's talking to a fucking fish in a cup, right? Everybody's like, who is this dude? What is he? He marches to his own drum. But the truth is he has a magical way of seeing things that brings about change and opportunity that don't necessarily show up very often. Does that make sense? Like, he thinks outside of the box. So we need to think outside of the box too this month, or make a choice to take that risk, okay? Because there's something here going on, especially with the Six of Cups in the spirit space, the Taurus wants, that you desire, that you need. And it has to do with more than likely the emotions and connection to others. And so keep that in mind. There's a big gift to be had. Now, the outcome is the Three of Wands. So this is your only non-water card in this spread for this month. I'm okay with that. The Three of Wands would be fire and spirit, right? But we see spirit here located in the Judgment card. This is about answering the call in the month of October, making the commitment, making the shift, opening ourselves up, maybe getting a little bit vulnerable to some of the situations or people in our life, really taking an inventory and making decisions from that place of what we need or desire from a heartfelt place, and then going about looking to the future through the Three of Wands as to, okay, what is my soul's desire? What do I want to create? What action steps do I take in the month of November that will sort of continue this progression towards maybe the year end, towards maybe the beginning of 2022? And what is it that I want? Right? What is it that I truly desire? Desire is with the wands, as far as I'm concerned, because it's fire. It's also about making decisions and taking action. And so here, I feel like he's standing stationary, but he's looking to the future. He's trying to figure out where he wants to be and how he wants it to feel and how he wants to connect to it at a deeper, more spiritual level. And I think that all of that is being set up in the month of October if we're brave enough to answer, if we're brave enough to commit, if we're brave enough to put ourselves out there. That with the Seven of Cups in the foundation, there could be a chance that you might be fearful, that you might want to hide out or stick your head in the sand. Don't do it, Taurus. There's a gift to be had here. There's something that sets off, the feeling I get is there's something that sets off for a journey that might last for a while in the months to come. Okay, so that is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button and share it with other Taurians that you know. I am going to now go into Virgo. Okay, let's see. What does Virgo need to know for the month of October? Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo. These are Tarotscopes for the signs, Wichita Creek. I'm not doing private messages. You can always book a private reading if you're interested in that, or you can follow the channel for when I do free nights. This is just a general reading for the earth signs for the month of October. So Virgo, what does Virgo need to know? Sun, Moon, or Rising or heavenly place planets. Okay, Virgo. So Virgo, you've got the Chariot, Cancerian energy in your center. Interesting that we've had some water. What did Capricorn have in their center? I can't remember. Was it water? I think, because I know that Judgment was water. Interesting. Anyways, all right, so this is Chariot. This is forward movement, celebration. Also major arcana. Should be a significant month. It was the Seven of Wands for Capricorn. Okay, so there's not a theme amongst the earth signs. But this is, we should feel empowered. We should feel directed. Virgo should be able to put together what it is that they want to put together, how it is that they want to get there. They should be able to direct that. This is a very emotional card, but also very nurturing, caring, compassionate card. So keep that in mind, Virgo, as you're moving forward this month. And you will be moving forward. Ooh, there's my favorite girl. So we have the Star card in the foundation. So Virgo wants some peace, right? Virgo is seeking that centered, awareness of who she is, what she does, what she knows, the calmness and the sort of the security that comes with that, right? The Star card is Aquarian energy. But I love that we have Cancer, we have the Chariot and the Star. We're talking two major arcana, one in the past, one in the future, or one in the now, right? But this one is in the now, moving us towards the future. So I love this. And I love the Star is what's driving this. The Star is a very subtle energy, in my opinion. It's very much about being at peace with oneself. It's usually the calm that comes after the Tower, right? But there's like sort of a sweetness to the Star that I love. That's just like, it's this more subtle, quieter, accepting energy where we understand who we are and what we are. We don't need to be bombastic. We don't need to prove ourselves in any way. We just sort of shimmer in our own light, right? That's kind of how I see the Star. And so I love that she's down here driving us, right? She may not be the most strongest of influences. She tends to be more subtle and quiet, but she is leading us to, ideally through this nurturing Cancerian energy, to a place that will feel calm, feel at peace, feel connected in ways that are not only physical, but also spiritual in that way. Let's look at the higher self card. We have the Three of Pentacles. So this would be about success through collaboration. Where can we get the help that we need this month to get where we want to go, right? This is always a successful and positive card. To me, it is earth energy, which is your guys' energy, right? Your element. So I like that. And it's coming from the higher self. It's reminding you to not shut things out or shut people out in this month. There could be help coming from other places, to pay attention to the signs, the voices, the symbols, the talk, all of that sort of stuff, because it usually portends to success through everybody kind of bringing their special gifts to the task at hand. And whatever the task at hand is, it's about forward movement in big ways this month. Let's look at the outside influences. We have the Hanged Man, which is Piscean energy, and we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, Interesting, Virgo. So Pisces energy in the Hanged Man is your opposite, right? Virgo is the 6th sign, Pisces is the 12th. It's opposite you on the zodiac. So that's not a bad thing. And the King of Pentacles is Earth. So I feel like both of these are complementary to you. But with the Hanged Man, I feel like there's a direct conflict between the Hanged Man and the Chariot, because the Chariot wants to move forward. The Chariot wants to move forward in celebration and creation and productivity and getting things done. That feels almost more in line with the King of Pentacles, right? But the King of Pentacles also, to me, feels very grounded and can be a bit slower of an energy than the Chariot. But the Hanged Man is about sort of contemplation, having to be forced to look at something that maybe, it's not that we don't want to see it, but it might be slowing us down, or we don't want to necessarily give it the time or the address that it needs so that we can get the knowledge out of it so that we can then move forward, right? It is complementary to you because it is your sister sign in the sense that it is Pisces, but it's also sort of opposite you too. So it might feel a bit too emotional, especially with this Cancerian energy in the center. If we're trying to move forward and make that, we might feel like, I don't want to stay here. I don't want to look at this. I don't want to be stuck in this. Does that make sense? For fear of, I may not be able to get out, but we can get out, but we have to sort of sit in it for a moment and understand it to gain the wisdom and the gift that it has for us. And there is a gift there. At that point in time, once we figure that out, we can then get about moving forward again, and also utilizing the energy of the King of Pentacles, which would be very beneficial to Virgo, to getting ourselves to where we want to be, right? Making it happen. Now, this King of Pentacles could indicate another Earth sign in your life in October that could be very helpful to you, especially with this 3 of Pentacles up here. So think about other Virgos, who farted? Oh my God. Did you guys hear that? I don't know if you guys heard that. My dog just farted in the hallway. Tallulah, do you need to go outside, girl? Other Virgos, Taurians, or Capricorns could be at play this month. Allow them to help you. Allow them to remind you who you are and what you know. Allow them to show you maybe a different skill set or a different way that they go about doing it. Even if you don't feel like you can fully move forward or do what you need to do right now this month, don't trip. You can get there. You just there. There's a gift to be had here this month. There's an awareness, a knowledge, something that you need to become aware of that's going to be profound and powerful. And so just be aware of that. Let's go to the the outcome. That is the Strength card, Leo. All right. So you're going to be stronger for having dealt with whatever this is, for having looked at it, for having sat in it, right? And I also say this, you guys have, out of 6 cards, 4 major arcana. So Virgo, this is a significant month for you, or those with heavily placed planets in Virgo. Expect, I don't want to say big lessons, but I would say big changes, positive interactions with people that are coming from a place that is maybe a little bit more inspired than normal, let's say that. But there's some work to be done, but it's not all hard work, it's not all bad, even though if it makes us feel a little bit uncomfortable, restrained, stuck, something that we've been maybe dealing with for a long time and it hasn't quite left the building. There's a reason why it hasn't left the building. Like, stop running from it. Don't drive too fast away from it. You know, channel some of this star energy, this peace, and bring it to this situation. And then look at this situation for what it is, right? What is it trying to teach me? What is it trying to say for me, right? In the end, you're going to be that much more balanced, strong, capable. You can deal with all of this, and you're going to be roaring into like November, like gangbusters is my feeling. So I feel like this is a very significant month for the Virgos in a very good, beneficial way. but there's something that we need to not address, but I don't know if it's like become comfortable with it, come into acceptance of it. There's something there that we need to do. So pay attention to that. And that's going to also enable us to be able to move forward. That is my feeling for the Virgos, okay? Remember that the piece of the star is what's driving us this month. So we have to listen to that quieter inner voice that wants us to sort of succeed, that wants us to sort of be comfortable in our own skin. That's kind of how I see the star. And there's some sort of discomfort here. There's something that we've been struggling with or against or trying to break free from, that we have to gain the knowledge or the wisdom that is within this situation prior to being able to be released and move forward. Will we do that? Yes, we will, with that strength card in the outcome. We're going to be stronger, better off for having dealt with it or looked at it. We're going to be more well-rounded, more aware, more secure. Okay? That is your Virgo reading. For those of you tuning in late, all of the other signs are done, although all of the other signs may be listed as September because I'm an idiot and I didn't realize it. But they are for October. You can check them out on the YouTube page. For those of you that are new, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, share the video out, leave me a question or comment, and thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. You guys have a wonderful October. Join me for the daily forecast every day for all signs, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.